Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to day 105 in my rebellious reality. I recently got up from a nap. It has been a very slow, mellow, kind of chilly day at the end of April in New York. I'm making tea right now. and sitting here reminiscing with my memories from a year ago when I was in this beautiful portal in Florida, and I was on a beach at a drum circle, and there was a full moon, and I met my girlfriends there. I was dancing on the beach, the sun was setting, it was just fantastical. And so I just went back there energetically for a moment, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. I was in this online women's group from, I want to say, October of 2020 to while I was in Florida, which I left Florida, I think, May 6th of last year. So I was in this women's group for over 6 months, 7-8 months-ish, and it was invitation only. And I met these women that were mostly in Florida. There were a couple others spread out in the United States that I have not met in person yet. And even some of the ones in Florida I didn't get to meet in person, but I met 3 of my sisters. It was like a female group. So we called each other sisters. And what ended up happening was that one of them, she came into the group, we had an immediate connection, and she has a house in St. Petersburg, Florida. And she's an artist and a very colorful bohemian soul like myself. And she got hired to do a mural last year in Arizona. And so she and her boyfriend traveled to do that, which took them out of their home, and they have 2 dogs. And so she asked me, I don't even know if she was in the group for a full month at that time, and we had only ever had online contact, but I had shared at some point, we would share daily, and I had shared at some point that it was just feeling very like energetically congested for me here in Long Island. You know, we had just gone through a year of really not being able to leave. I had left my job in November of 2020, so I was working on a good 6 months of being kind of like cut free from the matrix and the 9-to-5 thing, and my apartment was just feeling very like I love my apartment, but it just was feeling like very, I don't know, funky, you know, like I was like craving like aliveness or whatever. And so she propositioned me one day in a separate talk outside of the group to see if I was interested in going to Florida for 3 weeks to a month to watch her house for her and watch her dogs. And it was, you know, like I would be staying at her place to watch her dogs for her and to water her plants, because she had like beautiful, beautiful flowers and stuff in the backyard. And it was so spontaneous and so like, such like an, how could one pass up something like that as far as I was concerned in my situation? Hi to whoever's joining. And so I ended up doing a solo road trip down to Florida. And I stayed there for 3 weeks, and I sold, and her place was like, I'm telling you, like if I had a place in Florida, it would have been her place. Like it was so colorful. It was so decorated exactly like I would decorate. Like it was a soulmate kind of opportunity. And she had this beautiful backyard with a little pond, and her dogs were really sweet. And I had a couple of my friends, you know, these girls who didn't live that far, and I got to sell. They were artists too, and they would do these shows, and they had like they had an extra table for me, and like had room under their tents and extra lights and like all this stuff. So I literally packed my car, which I mentioned recently, packed my car full of my craft stuff that I had like built up and never listed online in many, like some of it's online, but some of it isn't. And I had wanted to do a show for so long, and I packed up my stuff, road trip down, and ended up selling at shows for the first time, and had a lot of success. And just like, it was so surreal to like be with these women who I had never met in person, but I had cultivated a relationship with over like 6 to 7 months. Got to meet their partners, their children. It was, and then this girl, like I've never even met this woman, Elise, whose house I stayed at to this day. And you know, she just trusted me and welcomed me into her home. And it was just such a magical experience. And you know, when I proposed that to some of the people here when it first happened, they were like, you don't know her, like what if her dogs, like what about this, what about that? And I'm like, let's do it, you know, like let's just see what happens. And I'm so glad I did. And to sit here a year later in this state, 9+ months pregnant, on the verge of popping, gosh, I'm so glad I did this. Like, hello, you know what I mean? Like, I lived my life. I had an amazing time. Not that I'm not going to be able to live my life as a mom. I am not planning, or I am not playing into that scenario, that story. Like, that's not what's going to happen. Like, Brad and I will live our lives with our precious little baby. I almost wanted to just call her a kangaroo. I don't know why. But like, I feel like if I didn't do that Florida thing, I would have so many regrets. I had such magical times there in general, but just like looking at this drum circle, that was something that they had every Sunday on their beach. And oh gosh, like I talked about unity and how I'm all about unity and how we're all connected and community and stuff like that. And these drum circles were just like, and this girl, Elise, something that she did is that she asked her friend, she had a friend down there, has a friend down there named Lulu. And she asked her friend, like, I guess she like sent her a picture of me and asked her to like help me with shows or whatever. And so the first night I got there, the first full night, because I got there overnight and then I like went right to bed. So the first full night I was there, there was a drum circle on the beach, and I decided to take my butt out and go. Lulu approached me and asked me that night if I was Carly, and I almost fell down because I was like, how does anybody know me here? You know what I mean? Like, I have no idea who this chick is. And she knew my name. And it made me so emotional, and I felt, and I told Elise when I was leaving her place, like I did a video for her and stuff, just thanking her for like opening up her home to me and her life and everything. And it was from the moment I got to Florida, I didn't know anybody, but somebody knew me. And from the moment I left the house and I went out to this drum circle, which was my first outing, somebody knew me. I had a connection there, you know? And I just can't tell you what that trip did for my soul, and how unbelievably grateful I am that I did it. And I just wanted to reminisce about it. So thanks for holding space, and maybe allow this message to be an invitation for you to do something spontaneous, not let your mind and all the chatter and the negativity and the what ifs talk you out of a potentially really beautiful once in a lifetime opportunity if one has recently presented itself. Take chances, be spontaneous, live life. This is your one shot to live life. You never know where you're gonna be a day, a month, a year later. I will see you tomorrow. I love you. Mwah.